Shalom, shalom, Israel. It's a brother, Dr. Bar, with a quick exhortation. Lord willing, this video is edifying. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Yahawah is the most high God, and Yahawashi is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ. And double honors to the apostles and the elders in great millstone who've been ruling well through the Spirit, teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High can continue to put in their spirit to endure. A mighty shalom to the hopeful elect, scattered four corners of the earth, and in all the congregations teaching His word and believing His word to the best of their ability. Lord willing, the Most High continue to put in their spirit to endure. Shalom to the wives and the single sisters out there as believers in His word. Lord willing, that they can continue to pursue to be a loving and silent virtuous life. Lord willing, the Most High have mercy on other brothers and sisters that's not in faith. So I'm going to start this lesson with Job chapter 1, verse 15 to 21. It says, "And the Sabians fell upon them and took them away. And yeah, they have slain the servants with the edge of the sword. I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The fire of the Most High is fallen from heaven, and hath burnt up the sheep and the servants, and consumed them. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, The Chaldeans made out 3 bands which are armies, and fell upon the camels, and have carried them away, the slain, and slain the servants with the edge of the sword. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. While he was yet speaking, there came also another and said, Thy sons and thy daughters were eating and drinking wine in their eldest brother's house. And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness, and smote the 4 corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they were dead. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. And Job arose and rent his mantle, and shaved his head, and fell down to the ground, and worshipped, and said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahawah gave, and Yahawah have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahawah. And I know, from personal experience, even outside this walk, you know, we're going to receive good and evil. But when you come in this truth, you understand that the Lord deals with His servants, His righteous men and righteous women different than He do with any other Israelite that's not serving. It's going to be a spirit that flow upon, the men and the daughters of the Lord when they know that, this is by the Lord, regardless if it's good or if it's bad. You could tell it was the spirit on Job, right? This was a righteous man in the eyes of the Lord. He was perfect, right? In his mind, the spirit just had him say, man, naked I came out my mom, naked I shall go. Yahawah gave, and Yahawah have taken away. When you go to 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 6, the Lord killeth, right? He bringeth to life. He even bring out the pour out the dunghill. You know, we're in the Lord's hand. Now, going to Job chapter 2, reading verse 4, it said, And Satan answered Yahawah, it says, Skin for skin, yet all that a man have will he give for his life. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. Yahawah said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life. So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahawah and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with whole, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse the Most High and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What shall we receive? Good at the hand of the Most High, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? Right? And this is the example we get for our lives now. But we gotta be coming in this walk to say you're suffering. Because he was a righteous man. The example is Satan was permitted to take Job by the Most High. So how do you know the left hand side is messing with you, or demons or spirit, right? When you're really in this truth. Now people in church, oh, the demon is on me. Man, the demon been on you until we come fully in the truth, because the truth will set you free. You know? And if a demon is on us and then they're not on us, we can understand on the teachings we cleave to. You know, every man and every woman, that truly served Yahawashi, Yahawashi. Yes, they had to go through certain things, right? When you go to Sirach chapter 2, verse 10, in old times, nobody was forsaken that called on the Lord. Daniel, Meshach, Azariah, Hananiah, who else? David, right? Elisha, Elijah, Obadiah. Yo, that was all the Lord had put in his mind to go in the cave. Judas Mac, the Spirit had to be on these men to call on Yahawah Shem Shai. Hezekiah, right? I think in the Isaiah 29th chapter and in Kings and Chronicles, you hear it again. You know, the Lord gave Hezekiah 15 more years to live. He was abundant and rich, right? But let's continue getting in this thing. Let's go back to Job chapter 1. We're going to read 21 again. It says, And said, Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. Yahawah gave, and Yahawah hath taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahawah, right? So, if the Lord give, that's the good. If the Lord take away, that's the evil, right? Because evil comes in many ways, right? You can have lust evil, you can have murder evil, you can have free suffering, right? All those things like suffering, sickness, all that comes on the left hand side, right? Now let's go to Hebrews 12 and 6. This is Hebrews chapter 12, verse 6. I'll start at 5. It says, And ye have forgotten the exhortation, which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastening of Yahawah, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Right? The Lord can rebuke you and correct you in many ways. Suffering, right? You can be losing, like this man losing his children, friends, his wife. You could be losing a lot of things, right? You could lose your very house. You could lose your car. You could lose your job, right? But that would be the Lord rebuking you. Are you going to faint? Are you going to say, man, hell, man, I'm not about to do this? Because I know a weak person, that's in the faith. Even if your house, whatever you doing might not pertain to the ministry, and you might lose it. His children, his friends, I haven't heard not one except for the wife say, you still got your integrity, man, curse God and die. But who else was speaking of the Lord, So you got to think, serving Yahawah Shem Shai is going to come with chastisement. And guess what? You could be doing good. The Lord still chastise he still chastise his elect. Shit is not going to be peaches and cream until Yahawashi come back. Verse 6, which is really the point. For whom Yahawah Shem Shai loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. Right? So if you cleave to Yahawah Shem Shai in true and sincerity, right, and the Lord can see it through your faith and through your works, the Lord is going to chastise you, right? And if he's chastising you, he loves you, because what is it, 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 or 12, that the Lord would never put you in something that you couldn't find a way to escape. That's why the Lord put you in situations to see, are you going to endure? Are you going to overcome this? Because the Lord is not looking for the weak. He's looking for the strong, right? Not the double-minded. Should I really do this? Oh man, I should have never followed the Most High. Or, you know, brothers can not like discipline and order in this thing, and they'll compromise the teachings of Yahawashi Yahawashi. Right? This is James chapter 5, verse 10 to 11. It says, "Take my brethren, the prophets who have spoken in the name of Yahawashi Yahawashi, for an example of suffering, affliction, and of patience." Right? You got the Maccabees, the seven sons, Judas Maccabees, and them. They're all Israel. Their temple getting touched, but we committed sins. It was bound to happen. You got the apostles, right? They getting afflicted for teaching. Peter going to jail. John, Silas, John the Revelator getting boiled in oil, but he was in prison, right? You got Jeremiah, people not listening, they spitting or they mocking you, they trying to make jokes, or the Lord talked to me, I broke the yoke off your neck, right? Over 450 prophets. Obadiah had to hide in a cave. And we was even seeking the prophets was sought to be killed, you know, even by their own people, you know. The men of the Lord had to suffer in its different levels, right? Verse 11, it says, "Behold, we count them happy which endured. We have heard of the patience of Job and have seen the end of Yahawashi Yahawashi, that Yahawashi Yahawashi is very pitiful and tender, and of tender mercy," right? The Lord has a lot of mercy, right? The Lord could have killed us, but he might send you with a little small affliction, right? The Lord is going to send something to you just to toughen up your skin, you know, but really to toughen up your spirit, because the Lord cares about the inward man. I believe it is 1 Corinthians chapter 4. I think it's 2nd, Salakia. Yeah, this is 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I'm going to start at 16. It says, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day," right? "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory," right? So the things that we go through, you know, is just building us up for the glory we're going to get. But this is why the Lord show you, when that sun is up, don't let your anger still be upon you when that sun go down, right? This is why we always have to run to Yahawashi Yahawashi for assurance, you know, to ease the pain, to ease the suffering. And when you can't do, none of us have power to rewind time. You can't just hop up to somebody that did you can just visibly or use your mind to talk to them. We can't do those things yet. So this is why we have to deal with the things that we're dealt with. Even if you were snatching a FEMA camp away from your family, you would have to. The Lord is still counting and looking. Is you gonna call on His name? And that's like you what. That's where Lord willing I can get into this lesson. I want to do is called the stability of Yahawashi. And you gotta think, if I'm Daniel and I'm in a lion's den, lions hungry, regardless if it's light or dark. I see them, they see me. You're gonna be shitless. But for him being in there, I know he was calling on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. And this is what we have to do, right? Call on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's what Job did. He showed a beautiful example of that. I'm going to read verse 18, though, too, because this is beautiful. It says, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." This is why men have their thought on this place being destroyed. This is why men have thoughts on being with the Lord, you know, because the things that we see is temporal. So the attachment we have onto things, and then when we lose them or if it's taken, you'll see how devastating we is, right? But it's different when you're devastated, but you can be like, yo, it was all Yahawashi. Because Job was devastated too. He started cutting his hair, but he called on Yahawashi. Yes, I probably was crying and he was hurt, but he cried to Yahawashi, called on him, got up, continued to still move, still calling on the Lord every day. And then the wife like, man, you still holding your integrity, you still moving. I know you still upset, but come on, you gonna hold your integrity? Man, curse God and just die, man. Man, forget the Lord, you know? But somebody that's bold and not ashamed and serious for Yahweh Shema Shai, they're gonna call on him. What Erykah Badu said, you better call Tyrone. Good and bad, the children of the Lord are going to and must call on Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Right? Let's get this one. Let's go back to Job again. Job chapter 1. And let's read verse 22. It says, in all this Job sinned not, nor charged the Most High foolishly. Right? So just because something happened, let's not get angry and curse God, curse the Most High. Like, oh, Lord, why you didn't help me? I've been doing all these things, nigga. Half the stuff we do is not even compared, right? The Lord created this foolish teaching just to wait, just to bring back the ones that believe. By the grace and the mercy of Yahweh Shema Shai, he woke our asses back up. Now, if we is the elect, he woke us back up to the truth. Because when you come back under the sun in a new vessel, Ecclesiastes chapter 1, verse 9 and 11, you don't remember. So the Lord put it on your spirit to remember, like Simba, right? So even though we might be angry, yes, there's nothing we can do. You're going to still think about it. But let go and let God forgive. But I know you ain't going to never forget, right? But we need to call on Yahweh Shema Shai, because when that charagma come, all those things, oh man, I need this, my house and that, they gonna use that whole joint just for you to get a charagma. And if you fold at that little moment, you're gonna fold to get that fucking charagma, man. Gotta rebuke that dang spirit that will have you like, oh my goodness, this, oh, and then you wanna feel like you can't live without it. The end of the world. The end of the world is when the Lord tell them angels to let that wind go, four corners of the earth. This is Psalms 139, the last verse, verse 1. I said, I will take heed to my ways, that I sin not with my tongue. I will keep my mouth with a girdle, while the wicked is before me. Right? The wicked is in the midst of us, man. We got to hold our tongue. Right? The wicked want you to fall, especially in Israel. It could have been a nigga that you labor with, and they could be saying, yo, they gonna fall out this truth soon. Let something big happen. They lose it all, watch. They gonna leave this truth, and they gonna be stressing too. Man, we stressing being in the truth, that we gotta see the shit that our brothers and sisters go through. But when you in the truth and you going through it, you still have assurance. You know? Like when you get in a car crash, you got to, yo, somebody just hit me. So they either gonna pay for that rental, or they gonna give you a brand new car. And you might get a settlement. You heard of something. Yahawah Shema Shai is our insurance. And when he come, he's gonna pay for all those bruises that they have given us. Yahawah Shema Shai is gonna pay it back. Right? So still keep your mind head on strong. We're gonna receive good and evil at the hands of Yahawah Shema Shai. And it's anybody that endures to the end of that are the real saints, are the real angels of the Lord, man. Right? Because before we fell, we was angels, man. Before we fell from our higher state, that brothers read from Jude, right? A lot of us fall from our state now. You know, you can tell because we're too addicted to the world, man. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, this is Jude chapter 1, verse 5. It says, I would therefore put you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how that Yahawah Shema Shai, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believed not, and the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he have served in everlasting chains under darkness into the judgment of the great day. And this is not talking about angels that's with Yahawashi right now, like Michelangelo, Gabriel, and these other angels that people thought. No, he's just talking about the Israelites, right? We fell from our estate, fell from our state from following the heritage that the Lord has given us, the covenant, the law, statutes, and commandments, right? Following the ways of the Most High and moving in faith and believing, right? Because all the way from Moses establishing this walk towards Yahweh Shemashai after we left Egypt, the Lord made for that law to be written in stone. Israel still fell away. Then we got kings. We still kept falling away, right? We are angels, right? We are powers of Yahweh Shem Yahawashi, regardless if you see it or don't get it, right? This is John. Do I really want to get this? I don't want to take this nowhere else. Like, you see how I said that we are angels? I'll just read this because this goes on the other side, right? Because we fell from our state. This is John chapter 8, verse 44. I'll start at 43. It says, "Why do ye not understand my speech? Even because ye cannot hear my word. Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there was no truth in him. And when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, but he is a liar and the father of it." Right? So you got to think, Yahawashi is speaking to the Pharisees and Sadducees, because they are, of their forefather, the devil, right? We are the sons of our forefathers, right? And the ones that never believed in Yahweh Shemashai back then, in Moses' time, they came back, because you understand a lot of Israel died. Even only Caleb and Joshua. Anybody over the age of 20 died. We all a lot of us went away from the Lord. And guess what? Even if you didn't walk away from the Lord suffered us. Just like what the Lord said, off of one man's sin, the Lord judged the whole congregation of Israel. And you can go read Joshua, the 7th chapter, verse 6, and then go, I think, Joshua, the 20th or the 24th chapter, in the 21st verse. The Lord judged all Israel because of that. We are a family. We are a whole. You see a lot of Israel in the New Testament that was keeping the law of the Most High, but they still had to deal with suffering, right? And the Lord even had them teach the Gentiles. And then Jake wasn't listening. And then those brothers died. And then the next generation came. And every time we fell away from the Lord, but we always had a brother that would stay strong in the faith. And then look, 1969, the Lord brought that truth back. And the unbelievers are still on here, and they're really the sons and the daughter of the devil, a manipulator, a liar, and a deceiver, just like Esau, right? Esau, a Hebrew, right? But it's Jake, that got that devil Edomite spirit in them too, right? They got that devil spirit in them too, like a murderer from the beginning. We'll just go back to Genesis and understand who killed his brother? Cain. Cain had that same spirit as the serpent, right? And then that same spirit went into Esau, right? But it even show you was a murderer in the beginning, right? And who was a murderer in the beginning? Cain, and he had that unclean serpent spirit in him, So that was just a show for the, in the Jew, we lost our estate. And this is even more why we should be mad, but we should be doing just like as Job, calling on Yahawah Bahasham Shai. Because when you go in these scriptures, you be like, dang, we was angels and we lost it. And then you find out why you lost it, because you was just stubborn, disobedient children. So we got our call on Yahawashi and Yahawashi, right? So Lord willing, that was edifying, straight to the point. It's your brother Dargabar. Shalom.